Hey guys, welcome back to another van conversion video.
Today we're focusing on security and fitting our Thunderbolt locks.
And if you're wondering what the Thunderbolt system is, it's an awesome deadlock
System.
It's an awesome deadlock system. So basically, security was a massive thing for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was something we decided we did not want to compromise on. And all of the deadlock systems that we could find in the UK were all key systems.
Yeah.
So you have to literally lock every single door with a key, like you would your house. And obviously we want to lock every single door. So that's driver's door, passenger door, sliding door, back door. So you'd need 4 keys, and we just thought that's going to be an absolute nightmare. So we were looking around for better systems, and we found the Thunderbolt system, which is from
Chicago, Illinois, basically, in the USA.
Yeah, so all the way from America, but it looked amazing. So basically you can wire it up to either your laser batteries or your normal battery.
Yeah, you can choose either one. There's different versions of it, basically.
And it's basically the same as your car central lock-in. You get a little bloop bloop.
That key fob.
And it locks all your doors all in one. And we thought that was brilliant. We really wanted it, but obviously getting it from the US was going to be an absolute nightmare. So we were and ahhing for ages, deciding whether we would do it or not.
Yeah.
So long story short, Phil's company reached out to Thunderbolt to request if they could be a stockist.
Yeah, so we're going to be stocking them on our website. We're going to be the only currently stockist of Thunderbolt in the UK, so we'll link it down below for you to have a look at.
Exciting!
So we went for the M2 lock kit. There's 3 different versions of their system. One that works with the like fob for your actual van or car, and one that works on its own fob, which is this one. So we went for the M2 lock kit. So we got 4 of those for each of our doors. For the sliding door, you need a contact switch so that it works when the door is shut and the electrics will go to it. You have a like a fuse box or a distribution box. So it's like a fuse box for all your 12 volt stuff, but it's separate, so you can wire every lock into one box, and then that box then goes to the battery, so you've got less wiring going to your battery. Went for a little toolkit as well. So this has all the drill bits and parts you need to install the lock itself. Wiring kit to wire up the locks to the battery. So the keyed manual release system. So this is for getting back into your van if all power goes off and the locks are locked. So this, you put this in a spot on the outside of the van, and you've got an actual physical key, so you can at least unlock one door. So we went for that. And finally, for the Sprinter, we had to get this raised bracket basically for the deadbolt to go in, because the metal between the doors on the back is a bit too wide for the actual bolt to span across, so you have to use this to help it along.
Here's one of the boxes that one of the locks comes in. So this is the first one that you need to open, because it also has all of your like extra bits and bobs in. So in here we have, the thing that I'm most excited about is our fobs. So these are basically exactly like your key fobs for your car. So just lock and unlock, and you can, although you get a fob for each lock, you can program them all so that one locks and unlocks all of your locks.
Yeah, you have to ask them to do it for you. So if you want
Yeah.
them all together, then you just tell them before as you order it, and they will.
Well, you would tell Philly, and then Philly.
Well, yeah.
So you can get them programmed to all of your locks. So basically we've got one for Phil, one for me, and then obviously a spare.
One for the cat.
One for the cat. So that is the fobs. And then you have all of the little bits and bobs that you need. So this looks like something to do with a rivet and an anti-theft situation.
So I think that's like it's like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a on airplanes you get those things that's like pull tab when.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out.
It's basically like a security,
some kind of
safety feature.
strap.
I think it's like a health and safety thing more than anything.
They give you a little bit of metal primer, because obviously you're going to be cutting or drilling like small holes into your van, I guess. So that's good to have. And then basically a little marker, because you're going to need that as well.
That's branded as well. That's cool.
Mark your holes, and a cool air freshener. installation guide to obviously show you how to install your locks. So that is handy dandy. So make sure you have that one. This thing here, which something to do with measuring, basically. I don't know how that works, but obviously you need to make sure you're measuring well. Measure twice, cut once, something like that. And then here is the main event. We have this big boy Thunderbolt lock. So this is what sits inside your door. It's very hefty, good decent bit of kit. And this is the actual lock here. So you can't obviously do it at the moment because it's not plugged in.
I can pull it for you. So you got this. You got a manual release there. So you got this manual release that you put on the door somewhere if you're inside and the electrics go off. You just pull that or push it, and it will
slide your locks in and out.
You can program it to go further than that. That's a bit too short.
Definitely. We want it super secure. And everything in here that you need to basically fit this bit of kit, and just a nice little deterrent that you can stick.
Stay away.
Yeah, this van is dead bolted to filth. So we're probably only going to get around to fitting one today because the weather's a bit hit and miss. But if we can fit all four, we will, because I'm super excited about this.
So on the Thunderbolt website, you can actually download templates for your van. They've got quite a few on there. They've got Sprinters, they've got ProMasters, they've got Fords, all sorts. So yeah, I printed this off for our Sprinter. It doesn't say what year it is, but we're going to see if it fits now. And it makes our life a bit easier. So this is the template cutout. Ignore my printer running out of ink. Ink's too expensive. So this, they give you a little place to align it to somewhere on the door. So this one, there's a bolt here for where the latch goes. So you literally line this up to that bolt there. I guess I've got to stick it in place. And then it shows you where to drill the hole for the actual deadlock. So never mind the template, because that's not your first step. Your first step is to find a place for the actual Thunderbolt box to live. Give you these brackets, which you can use, and they sit on the front like that, and you've got to try and pop them on the panels where there's holes, or you make your own holes to screw them into. But we're not going to do that because we like to do things different around here. So yeah, find a good place for this. You want to make sure that your manual release can reach to wherever it needs to reach, and also obviously the deadbolt can reach to the point it needs to be for your template. So we've decided, because this spot here is too wide for this, and I can't be bothered cutting these up to make it longer, we're going to stick it in here underneath this panel. So I will show you that. On the Thunderbolt website, it even shows the Sprinter van being mounted under here because these are too wide, but I don't want to take all this out just to drill 2 holes in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is use their bracket and pop this up under here, and then put the bracket over the top of this panel to sort of sandwich it in, and then we're going to screw these bolts in here so it's not going to move anywhere. The only thing I'm going to do is add a bit of protection behind it to stop it from rattling against the door. So we're going to use some like insulation, this stuff behind it to stop that from happening. I've just popped some insulation on the back there to stop it from rattling about, and what I'm going to do is bring this up and push it over to the far left because there's a bit more room over there, and it gives you more room for this to bend around as well. So that's that fitted, solid, not rattling around anywhere. Perfect.
Nice.
So the next step is to attach your manual release knob. And what you need to do is you basically unscrew the end like that. And then undo this bolt. So this thread is the size of hole you need to make to fit into the actual door. So some people pop them up here on the top like that, so you can access them from there. But we're again going to be different. So we want ours to be sort of hidden away, but also still accessible from
still easily accessible
from the bed.
So obviously we have to, if you're going to open this door, you have to open with the normal handle anyway. So we're just going to have it next to that.
Yeah. So with the Sprinter, funnily enough, this thread is the exact size of this sort of rectangular opening, so it fits in there perfectly. So what I'm going to do is pop it around the back and stick it in the back there so it's facing outwards. You also want to make sure that this doesn't bend too sharply or it doesn't kink, because then your release won't work properly. So just be careful of that when you're putting it in the van. That's that. And then pop your cap back on. This better line up the right way.
There we go, manual release.
And always good to check it. So this is the other end. Make sure it still works. So next up is to get this template on there, or if you haven't got a template, obviously measure it 3 times. If they have one, definitely use it because it makes this bit so much easier.
Well, we hope. We hope.
We definitely hope.
We hope. We think and hope. Get your purse out.
So in our Thunderbolt branded tool bag, you get these. So you get the drill bits, step drill bit for the metal, and you get a punch, which I like these ones because they're hammerless. So it's got like a spring load inside, and when you push it against the metal, as I'll show you in a minute, it'll just go bang. Yeah,
and I could have done with that when I was doing the windows.
Yeah, it would be much easier, literally just bang, bang, bang all the way around.
I wouldn't have banged my flipping thumb.
So everything you need to fit all the Thunderbolt system. If you've already got obviously drill bits and stuff, then it's not as necessary. We already had one of these. But to be honest, we had all of this.
Yeah.
For doing the windows. So if you've already done your windows and stuff, you've probably already got most of these parts. But if not, they sell this kit and it's really handy to have. You get your little puncher tool, line it up dead in the centre of this hole, and all you've got to do is push it until it does that. And that has made a little dent, which I can't show you because I've taped it down, on there, which will then centre the drill bit. So let's just make sure that's worked. Otherwise we've got to print out another template. Look at that.
Nice little dent in there.
It's just there. Little tiny hole. So it doesn't move. Cool. So now,
time to drill?
Drill bit. They're just getting the drill out.
I am not getting the drill out.
Oh.
I'm not touching any of this.
All down to me, isn't it?
Look, I am just aware of my capabilities, okay?
We're starting off just drilling the first hole so that we know, so that we can then do the step bit for the actual deadlock. Oh, okay. That's that.
We would recommend opening your door up and drilling outside so you don't get any metal, what would you call it? Shavings. But for ease of filming, we're doing it with the door shut. So we just popped a load of rags down to catch any of the metal.
So they recommend to drill a 7/8 inch hole, which in millimeters is this. And that 7/8 inch hole is the same size as the actual deadbolt, this piece, so that it fits through properly.
That went through like butter.
These American tools, I tell you. Sod the metric system. That's a joke. And now you hope and pray that it's in the right spot.
So what has just happened?
So this hole, I guess it's technically in the right place for the template, but I don't know if it's different between UK and US sprinters, but just here is the lock mechanism cable for the actual door. And this is just a bit too long and hits the edge of it, and it sticks out from the door about this much. So I've had to just extend this hole to the right more so we can get this to sit flat, because it was fouling the back of that piece here. So just move that over a bit. Luckily, obviously, they've got the backing plates, which are these things. So it's not going to go anywhere. You'll just have a bit of a hole on show here, unfortunately, but it'll still be sandwiched between the metal without any problems. But yeah, just be careful when you're installing it. I'd probably suggest trying to do it a bit lower, because it literally stops like here. So if you can get a bit lower, it probably won't be a problem. But we couldn't do any lower now because the rivets wouldn't have anywhere to go into. So yeah, just check that on the back of your door just to make sure you're clearing that piece. Either do it further inwards or get it lower down. Little change of plan. So this being pushed further this way now makes the opposite side, so the plate that it strikes into on the other door is now sort of, it's like this, so it's not hitting the strike plate properly, it's sort of catching it on the corner, and that's not like good enough.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. So what we're going to do is use this as a nice accessory hole and basically fit it a bit further down, because now we know when it's further down it's going to be missing the bottom of that bracket inside the door that's way below it, so it's not going to be any issues, and yeah, there should be no problems really. So once you've got your plate in, you just got to mark the 2 points where the holes are going to be. So that we can drill them out and then put the self tappers in.
Looks beautiful, that.
Perfect, first time. So we've made it now so that the bolt, when it's in the closed or open position, it just squeaks past the seal there, right? You can see that? Mm-hmm. It's fine. So now what we're going to do is get this strike plate fitted. So the deadbolt, as you can see, is too far away from the other side of the door for it to actually go into the door, so we have to add a strike plate, which is this thing, and that just sits here, and then when it locks it's like an extension to the door panel basically. So we need to find the center of that now and fit that. So what we're going to do is hold this in position, lock it, try and get it sort of centered so we know we've got some room, and literally draw around it, because then when we pop it in we know where to drill the holes. That's the mark we just made for this piece, as you can see here as well. So we're just going to line that up and colour in the 4 holes, and that is how you know it's right in the middle. So now we test the door. Yay!
So try and break into it.
I can't, I'm stuck. Now we just see the take it all out basically, and then yeah, paint all the holes, and then rivet it in.
So where's the electric bit, and how does that work?
We're not at that stage yet,
I know,
really.
but where is the electric cable?
These ones here.
Okay, so that's ready to go, and we are ready to go.
Yeah, it goes through the door electrics, and then out here basically.
Nice. So now Philly has taken all the self-tapping screws out.
Yeah, so the self-tapping screws are thinner than like the actual drill bit, or the size of the rivet, sorry. So that's the rivet, and the self-tapper is thinner. So what we need to do is drill out the holes that we've already done with this drill bit to match the rivets.
So now we use a little paint primer kit with our tiny little dobber, and then we just want to prime where we have exposed metal now, so just all around the edges. Hey Philly.
Yes, dear.
What are those?
Those are yours. So now we're going to be riveting on, what is it called? This plate.
Guard.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Riveting material. So thanks to Lydia's dad.
Yeah, cheers Dad. Because
We
Phil
are
had the
borrowing
wrong
this.
one.
I bought the wrong one.
Phil had this thing.
I got a rivet nut set, and this is a rivet set, a rivet tool. So make sure you've got the right rivets. Basically, you pop this in all the way, pop it into the hole, and squeeze it until it pops, basically. I think if I just put them all in, then
Yeah, that'll be in the right place.
they won't get stuck, will they? You ready?
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
These are odd, these things.
Whoa. Yay!
I hope that's in the right place.
Yeah, it should be. On to the last bit, which is
This bit.
the last couple of rivets.
So I need to, there's a plate that goes behind here that I showed you previously. And I need to try and hold it while riveting it.
I'm not getting it in your hand.
Yeah.
How are
Basically,
you supposed to do that?
you tell me. Like this, I guess.
Oh,
That's it installed.
ain't nobody ripping that off. So, moment of truth. Does it work? Let's find out.
You ready?
Yeah. Woo!
Yay!
Well done, Philly.
Well done, me. Well done, you too.
Thank you. Now, let's test the actual electric and our fob. So Philly's got his trusty thing. I don't know what this is. This thing, which Phil used before to test the lights and stuff. We're now going to use it.
Need to plug the fans in, me. It's bloody boiling.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay! So it's our fob.
Fob it now.
That's so good. So now just another 3 to fit. Not like that took all day.
Only a couple of months it'll be done. Just let me see if I can break in or break out. Lock it.
That's going nowhere, mate.
Nowhere. So unlock it. Lovely.
If you're interested in the Thunderbolt system, then make sure you check out redbrickcycles.co.uk, which will be linked in the description. We will be continuing with the installation of our Thunderbolts on our sliding door and our front doors in our upcoming videos, so make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and we will see you on the next one. Bye guys!